Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are watching the station identification of one of Wayland City's resident YouTubers. Live in the basement. This is not MTV's remote control. And he is not Ken Ober. God rest Ken Ober's soul. This is WEML-TV, Channel 77. And now here's your host, New Bedford, Massachusetts' own Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Praise the Lord. Guys good, guys great. Call a familiar face. Call the folks you know, whether it be family, friends, enemies, frenemies, your distant cousin, and all the friends you know online. Because this is my YouTube CBS station identification. CBS, no, not the pharmacy, but channel vlog show. This is known as WEML-TV, Channel 77, and this is the channel where there's Ordinary and there's me, Eric Lima. What's going on, everybody? Today you're watching episode 595 of the show, and it is September 30th, 2021, 5:31 p.m. Yes, right, this will be another video I am making. Why I'm doing episodes left and right, because we're almost to episode 600. Would you believe that? 600 episodes, and I've got 5 more episodes to do. Probably by this weekend ending, I will come up with 600 episodes. So a little bit of tidbits on the. Here's some tidbits that I think you might be interested in. We have Impact tonight. Tomorrow night will be the draft on SmackDown. I have a special thumbnail for that. So it'll be the Draft Event Center, SmackDown edition. Tomorrow will be the first night. It will be the first day of October. And then we'll be going to Monday Night Raw in October 4th. And just look forward to it. There could be a lot of changes, and there's a possibility some NXT superstars will be jumping on the rosters of Raw and SmackDown. So it's all about Raw and SmackDown, but then NXT is involved because there can be to make room for the newcomer. NXT is going back to basically a developmental type deal, but you know it will be a show on the USA Network. It will showcase new stars, and I think this will give the new rivalries and some established superstars may stay behind to help out the younger talent on NXT. But then again, some of the established superstars may end up going to the main roster. Who knows for sure? NXT is changing a lot, and that's why they call it 2.0, to go back to the developmental system and see what happens to create new stars. And I think a lot of people, a lot of the indie stars, they probably think that the reason why the WWE is not going to sign more indie stars is because I think the indie stars don't feel comfortable the way the WWE runs things, especially with Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn at the helm. And unfortunately, unless those two leave, along with Bruce Pritchard and possibly John Laurinaitis, I think the indie stars are staying away from the WWE, and they're probably more flocking to AEW. And I think, and bringing the legends back, and I don't think Vince should be doing it, in my personal opinion, is because, it's great. I know I don't mind The Rock coming back, because The Rock, this year, Survivor Series will be the 25th anniversary of the Great One, and I don't know if he'll play a role if Roman Reigns keeps the Universal title. We'll see what happens, because a lot of things could go down between now and then. Also, with Crown Jewel in the middle, where the Universal title will be on the line, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Personally, I want to see Reigns keep that title, because I don't want to see Lesnar grabbing the title and then running away with it and then not defending it and sitting on his duff about it. So and personally, I don't like that. So night 1 of the draft is tomorrow night. Could be a lot of things happening, and we have not seen some NXT stars on TV like Xia Li. Mia Yim was last time I checked was on NXT, but then she moved up when she was known as Reckoning, a part of Retribution. So, a lot of change. We know Alexa. I think you're gonna see a lot of women get called up, because you're not gonna see Nia Jax. You're not much, because I think they're keeping her off TV for a while. You're not gonna see Alexa Bliss either. Bayley's still hurt. Asuka's still hurt, and so that could You know, we just recently saw the return of Sasha Banks. So a lot of stuff is happening. And also a lot of stuff happening in the NXT UK. Who knows? NXT UK, some of the superstars, I think they're starting to open up because they're starting to travel to the UK as well. Things are starting to open up there. So we can see some NXT UK superstars going to Raw and SmackDown roster. You never know what's going to happen. So let's talk about this. A great tag team matchup for rankings in the tag team division in NXT UK to start off. Mustache Mountain, that's the team of Trent Seven and the NXT UK Heritage Cup champion Tyler Bate at the moment. Tyler Bate is a tag team title away from being the first NXT UK superstar to achieve a Triple Crown. And Ashton Smith they went up against Ashton Smith and Oliver Carter, a fast rising team, no doubt. Ready and forward, always forward. That's their catchphrase. Hey, the British come up with very unique catchphrases, and Ashton Smith and Oliver Carter came up with that one. But in the end, the veteran experience of Mustache Mountain did win out over Ashton Smith and Oliver Carter. But meanwhile, during the matchup, Symbiosis, that's Eddie Dennis, T-Bone, and Primate, were just sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. And then Jack Stars and Dave Masters had enough, and they got involved. And so the two teams were brawling, and officials were kicking them to the back. Meanwhile, Ginny and Joseph Connors were getting interviewed, and then twice, but then Ginny confronted Emilia McKenzie and Mako Satomura, the NXT UK Women's Champion. And so they both ladies had harsh words to say to each other, but Ginny and Joseph Connors walked away, and that makes a match for next week as Ginny goes one-on-one with Emilia McKenzie. And then Dave Masters and Jack Stars were about to be interviewed by Symbiosis, but then Nina Samuels interrupts the whole thing, takes over, tries to interview Stars and Mastiff, but then she starts yammering on and on. They walk away, and they're like, okay, that's it for the Nina Samuels show. Nina Samuels needs to work on her interviewing skills. She's being rude. Danny Luna of Subculture went one-on-one with Xia Brookside after Xia Brookside issued a challenge of whether or not Power wins out Speed, or Speed wins over Power. But it was Power winning out over Speed, and Danny Luna defeated Xia Brookside, and after she goes 6 hands, Xia Brookside slaps the hand instead and walks away. I think you're gonna see a new change in Xia Brookside. The whole shimmy thing that's got to go. I mean, the shimmy thing. I think it's too smiley. I think Xia Brookside needs a little bit of a ruthless aggression. Remember, Mako Satomura wants the ladies to step up in the NXT UK Women's Division, and if Xia Brookside wants to have any chance to become NXT UK Women's Champion, she's got to stop doing this, doing this and start getting done. I think Danny Luna could help Xia Brookside do exactly just that. Stop the shimmying and all that, and let's get going. And Sid Scala was about to be interviewed about Blair Davenport, excuse me. And Stevie Turner interrupts him. Listen, this is not going to stop until somebody does something. And you know what? And then Stevie Turner convinced him to reinstate Blair Davenport. And she says she guarantees that Blair Davenport won't hurt anybody again. So since Gallon goes, I'll talk to Johnny Saint about it and take it under advisement. And then Stevie Turner was upset. She says useless, walks out. Then Sam Gradwell was getting interviewed about what he did to Subculture last week, and then Mark Andrews came out and confronted him because he's holding his own broken skateboard, and the two went at it. So they're going to go at it next week. So that's going to be an interesting fight, to say the least. Josh Morrow went up against the debuting Charlie Dempsey. Now, Charlie Dempsey is the real-life son of William Regal, and that's the, and his original name was Bailey Matthews, and he had a tryout. I think he had a tryout a couple weeks ago, but now he's signed to a contract, and he goes by the name of Charlie Dempsey. And I gotta tell you, he is one tough dude. He had a submission hold unlike any other. So William Regal must be proud of his son. He's probably taking a lot of his father's style, and also he was trained by Dave Taylor a little bit. So the little blue blood training inside Charlie Dempsey. Watch him in the future. I think he's going to be a champion when it's all said and done. They had a face-to-face with Ilya Dragunov and A-Kid, who became the #1 contender. I see Ilya Dragunov and A-Kid, so like a Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels type rivalry, almost. Both of them well-skilled, even up, same heights, almost the same weight. I think both men is going to be it's going to be a heck of a matchup between both of these men right now. Ilya Dragunov just got done defeating Walter for the championship. And believe me when I say this is going to be something else to behold. So, and we haven't seen Walter on TV since the title loss. I don't know if his contract with the company is up or what. Don't know what is going on. So, and who knows? He could be on Raw or SmackDown, which could be interesting to say the least. So, anyways, they had a few heated words, and then in 2 weeks, these two are going to go at it for the NXT UK title. So, A-Kid's been great since he came on the scene, became the first ever Heritage Cup champion, losing that title to Tyler Bate, and we'll see what happens in that. And speaking of the Heritage Cup, Wolfgang and Noam Dar cut promos for next week's tournament, number one contenders tournament Heritage Cup finals. Whoever wins this will face Tyler Bate in the future for the NXT UK Heritage Cup Championship. And then the main event, Joe Coffey of the Gallus firm going one-on-one with Jordan Devlin, the Irish Ace. It was a heck of a matchup until the Gallus boys decided to have caused a little bit of shenanigans. Mark Coffey decided to steal Jordan Devlin's jacket and glasses and start making fun of him after Jordan Devlin did mark the Gallus firm by doing this. And then as Jordan Devlin was distracted and the referee was distracted with Mark Coffey, Wolfgang held on to the leg of Joe Coffey to prevent him from getting whipped by Jordan Devlin. And then Joe Coffey, the Iron King, took advantage of it and ends up picking up the victory over Jordan Devlin. And Jordan Devlin was not happy when those two started clowning around with his stuff and everything else, and he was not very happy. So that is where we stand right now. So, like I said, tomorrow night is night one of the draft. It's coming. It's Friday Night SmackDown. I'm looking forward to it. And then we get AEW Rampage, hair versus hair on the line. Freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy versus Jack Evans. I think Jack Evans is going to lose his hair. I think he can make him lose his beard, too, because he looks stupid. Anyways, I don't know. I don't like beards or mustaches, man. Not on me, because I would look stupid with them. I look very, very stupid, with them on. I don't know why. I'm not a beard mustache guy. I like to be clean shaven and look young and just look proper. And that's I look presentable. I think, no offense to guys who have beards and mustaches, unless you trim them nicely and all, I don't think they would be looking presentable. You know what I mean? To me, now if I have kids of my own, if I have, if they want to grow a beard, that's fine, but you know what? That's my thing, I don't know. That's just, the way I feel about it. But anyway, so that's going to happen. AEW Rampage tomorrow night after the draft, the first night of the draft. It'll be very interesting to see who goes where and what new rivalries and, shaking things up. I think some of the established NXT superstars will probably shake things up a little bit around here. And the women's division, especially on Raw, the Raw women's division is going to need a lot of help. Definitely. So, let's see if changing rosters could provide that. So we'll see what happens. All right. So that is it. That's all the time we have on the show. Remember, Rant and Rave tonight, episode 103. Join myself, Jordan Little, Michael Mabardi, and Yurio Ibarra because Brandon Martin will have to be somewhere. So it'll be the four of us handling business. So handling business. So a lot to talk about and everything else this weekend. And I'll tell you what, getting paid tomorrow, yes sir. So the second half of this week is going pretty good. I mean, the first half of the week, so far. So final day of September. What are my thoughts on that? Well, September has been a very weird month, to say the least. We're transitioning from summer vacations back to school, and then we're transitioning from summer to fall. And then we commemorated, we had 9/11 in remembrance, which is, it's just surreal. And just, I really don't, it's something else, man. I will never forget 9/11. It just, as long as I live, you know. And, you know, lots of stuff going on, lots of issues happening, but I'm hanging in there. So October, going to be a lot of crazy things. October, usually it starts, you know, starts to build up for the holiday season. I think after Halloween, boom, here comes Thanksgiving, here comes Christmas. So, you know how bad it is? My father's already asking about Thanksgiving and Christmas. What are we going to do? I really don't know. You know, and I'll be honest with you, I really don't know. You know, and also my family's got guinea pigs now. This ought to be fun. Okay. No, they're cute little guys, and um, you know, and my sisters and my mother are taking good care of them. That's for sure. I don't have a guinea pig. That's all right. You know, I'm more a cat person. Don't know why. Anyways, so I will see you guys later. This is all the time we have on the show. Episode 595 of WEML-TV, Channel 77. I'll see you on episode 596 after Rant and Rave. I'll probably do Impact Wrestling Event Center. All right? So, peace, love, bless out. See ya.